with all the dialogue in the world, and yet this guy can create a personality with one, with just 4 lines of dialogue, and yet most actors can't even do that with all the dialogue in the world. Like Kristen Stewart or Megan Fox, they have all these, lines, but this guy can actually create a character, a personality, and not only that, but have us love that character with just 3 lines of fucking dialogue. I don't know whether to call that really, really good or really, really sad. Um, but he did a great job, and there was a great moment at the end of the movie where he, I guess, quote unquote, sacrifices himself. But if we read the comic books, we know that he doesn't really go out like that. So that was great. He did a great job in this movie. Um, and then we also have Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, who, again, one of the breakout characters in this movie. Pretty much the one character that's going to sell a fucking ton of plushies. And I was just in Toys R Us the other day, and I saw a huge shelf full of Rocket Raccoon plushies, and you bet your ass I'm gonna go back and get one of those. And I was just thinking to myself, this character was made to sell toys. And when I first heard they were doing this movie, I was really worried about this character specifically because, like I said, this is a character that's pretty much specifically made to sell a ton of toys. Like, that's the only real reason why he's here. I thought that this character could have gone one of 2 ways in this movie. One, he would have been the badass that we all know of him from the comic books, or 2, he could have been the Jar Jar Binks, completely ridiculous, stupid cartoon character. He was just there just to sell a bunch of toys and just to appeal to kids. But they don't go that route at all. He's not annoying. He's not completely irrelevant and pointless. He actually is really, really awesome in this movie. He's foul mouthed, so he really doesn't appeal to kids at all. That was something I also really liked. I like that they didn't just nerf him. They just make him kid friendly. Like, oh, we can't have a raccoon curse. They were just like, oh, make him curse. The fucking talking raccoon. And Bradley Cooper, oh my god, the way he played this character was so fucking good. You almost forget that it's Bradley Cooper voicing this character, really. And that was something like when the movie ended and the credits came up. I was just like, oh yeah, Bradley Cooper voiced him, which was something I was really worried about because when they announced that he was voicing Rocket, I was having a hard time believing that because I was just like, it's interesting, but he's such a big name. It's gonna seem really weird hearing that voice come out of that character. Like, is he gonna do a voice? He does do a voice, but at the time I was wondering if he was, and he just seemed like such a big name actor that it seems like, how can he play that character? It's kind of like the problem with Ben Affleck as Batman. It's like he's such a big name A-list actor that you don't see Batman when you see him come on screen. You see Ben Affleck as Batman. That was kind of my problem with this. I was just thinking, when I hear Rocket Raccoon, I'm not going to hear Rocket Raccoon. I'm just going to hear Bradley Cooper playing Rocket Raccoon, but he like disappears into the role. He's doing a certain voice, but you can still hear it's Bradley Cooper. But you forget that's Bradley Cooper. You start to realize, holy shit, that's Rocket Raccoon. And the effects for him were great. Like, he actually looked like a raccoon. There was a moment where he was like scurrying on all fours as a raccoon. He doesn't know he's a raccoon. He's like a cybernetic enhanced alien raccoon or something like that, which is really, really cool, by the way. I mean, the movie is just so fucking creative, like with its sets and its characters. That was another thing. The sets were, they were there. They were actual fucking sets. There were actually tangible objects that were there in front of the audience. Like that, these were actual sets that were used. This is something that I hope the next Star Wars movie is going to be, where it's a good mixture of CG and practical effects, a good 50-50 blend. That was great. I really like that. And they're so creative with these worlds that are going on. And, they pretty much create an entire universe in and of itself, an entire galaxy, and then you realize it's the same fucking universe as the Avengers. So it's like a whole different realm of the Marvel universe within another realm of the Marvel universe. It's so awesome. And they even go into a little bit of the creation of the Marvel universe, the Celestials, which I thought was great. Big fanboy moment for me. I love that. And they do go into the Infinity Stones. And that was actually one moment where I was like, okay, the movie just like stopped for a solid good minutes and just became set up for Avengers, whenever they're going to bring in Thanos. That's when they go to the Collector, who is really pointless in the movie. Like I said, he's just kind of in the movie just to spout exposition about the Infinity Stones and whatnot. And that's fine to do it, but do it in a way that doesn't seem like you just put the movie on pause and are going, okay, audience, here's what this is. Okay, play the rest of the movie. It just seemed like the movie just paused for a second, and yeah, that's about that. He was kind of underused in this movie. He really didn't have a big role. He just kind of showed up. I think the Stan Lee cameo actually had more screen time in this one. Um, but he does have a pretty interesting after credit scene. Quack quack. Now the soundtrack. Holy fuck was this soundtrack? It was great. This fucking soundtrack was so goddamn good. Oh my god. I would go as far as to say that this and the Transformers movie from '86 has the best soundtrack ever. The score, which is just the music made specifically for the movie, is great too. But the soundtrack, like the songs that they all have picked for the movie, is so fucking good. So goddamn good. If you guys want to get a good idea of the movie that I like, the music I like, it's any of the songs that were in this. It's one of the only times where I can actually think that a movie actually incorporates uh, the music that a character listens to actually into the story, with an exception to musicals. This is one of the only rare times where I can actually say that they did that. Like the character of Peter Quill was abducted in the '80s, so all he really knows is stuff from the '80s, music from the '80s, pop culture, TV show references from the '80s, which is very like Captain America. Captain America only is thawed out in the he was frozen in the '40s, thawed out in the 2010s. Um, so he only knows anything from the '40s. When they do inevitably get to the Guardians Avengers crossover, I really want them to play on that. That'd be very interesting to see. So all he really knows is music, pop culture and stuff like that from the '80s, and that's something that he listens to keep himself still attached to Earth. And that was something that his mother actually gave him too. So he has a reason to go back and get it when he's in that prison, and he has a reason to risk his life for that last fragment of Earth that he really does have. I thought that was great. Again, it's like one of the only times where music that character listens to is actually incorporated into the film's story. And, I thought it was great. He has an emotional attachment to a fucking Sony Walkman, which I have a feeling that kids who are so used to their iTunes and iPods and whatnot are gonna be like, what the fuck is that? Is that just one of the crazy weird alien technologies that is in this movie? It's totally not in real life. I just have a feeling that that's just, I don't know, that's something that a lot of teenagers especially are gonna be talking about. The music was great. Every bit of music was so great. The advertising for the music was really good. This in the '86 Transformers movie, like I said, has the greatest hand-picked music ever. Like the music that you just go like fuck yeah after listening to the music, the music where you just say fuck yeah after listening to the soundtrack. It's great. It's definitely an awesome mix. Um, it definitely is an awesome mix, as it's called in the actual movie itself. Now I've been praising this movie as much as I have. Now, what did I not like? Well, I like they like a couple things. One, the villain, and that's kind of a running problem with all these. Well, the solo Marvel movie at least. The villains are fucking so goddamn dull and boring. They're the most stock cliche, straight out of a comic book villain of all time, which I guess is fitting. But you can make them a little bit interesting, and the villain in this movie was just kind of bland. Now, Thanos, I was shocked they even showed Thanos. I thought they were just gonna have his voice in the movie, voiced by Josh Brolin, which is a great casting decision, by the way. I thought they were just gonna have that, but they actually show him in his fucking body, and he looks so good. He looks ripped right from the comic books. I cannot wait to see him do damage in Avengers. Um, but Ronan, who's played very nicely by Lee Pace, has no fucking nothing memorable about him at all. Um, he was just such a bland ass villain, and that's again, all these Marvel villains are so forgettable, with maybe an exception to Loki, the Winter Soldier, and Red Skull. Not because Red Skull is a good character, just because he's played by Hugo Weaving. Um, so yeah, really, Loki and Winter Soldier are the really only good villains. But even Loki is just a little whiny bitch, not really a badass villain or anything. But Winter Soldier's good, Loki's all right. This villain sucked, and definitely is very much like the villain from Thor: The Dark World, where he just wants to take over the world. Why? Just cause. And that's something that I really thought we get kind of gotten over with comic book movies. Like we can really push the envelope for comic book movies. We can really go to different places with comic book movies, but we still have the shitty villain who just wants to be evil just to be evil. There is kind of an explanation, like he's a Kree radical, which I'm very happy that they finally brought the Kree into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Um, he he's like he wants to get rid of the Nova Corps and the Xandarians, and because of a peace treaty that was signed, because there was a war between the Kree and the Xandarians. But wouldn't the peace treaty mean? Isn't that good? Like your people are no longer dying for a hopeless war. Like, isn't that a good thing that this peace treaty is signed? It was just really unclear. He was just a very dull villain, and I think the only major complaint you can really make about this movie, very forgettable, as is always all of these Marvel villains, like with Ironmonger, Whiplash, um, Abomination, just very forgettable, very forgettable. Well, Whiplash wasn't even in Iron Man 2, so I can't really say anything about it. But other than that, this movie was fucking great. I mean, that one complaint still is a minor complaint. Like, he serves his purpose for there. He's just sort of Thanos' errand boy, pretty much. Which, when he said he wanted to kill Thanos at the end of the movie, I could understand that. Like, that's okay. Yeah, I could see why you want to do that, but everything else, not really. But other than the villain, the movie was so fucking good, and yeah, really, with the villain, even with that, I can still get over it because everything else in it is just so goddamn entertaining and just so goddamn good. This movie's a 10 out of 10. This is my favorite movie of the summer. Probably my favorite movie of the year, given a few months when I see it again. Holy shit, this movie was so good. This is a 10 out of 10. This is literally a 10 out of 10. This is the summer movie, the movie I wanted to see the most, the movie that I saw the most. I saw this 3 times. 3 times! I saw Winter Soldier 2, but I saw this 3 times. One of the only movies that actually made me say, okay, I'm going to see this a third time. Well, 2, 3 times I saw this movie. 10 out of 10, 5 stars out of 5, A plus movie, 4 stars, check it out. It's great. It's literally the fucking movie you need to see this year. It's great. It really is great. And I think the perfect cap to the summer movie season. Like, if you're gonna go out anyway like this, I'm glad it was this, which just sums up everything about summer movies and encapsulates everything I love about summer movies. And I know what you're thinking, aren't there a few more summer movies out there that are gonna be coming out, like Ninja Turtles? I wish they weren't. I wish that one wasn't at least, but really, I'm not gonna end on that because I'm gonna end on Guardians of the Galaxy because this was actually fucking good. Um, But yeah, man, this movie was great. Now, about the after credit scene. Let's talk about that for a second. I don't know how to feel about that. How the Ducks in the Marvel Universe? Who would have thunk it? I mean, really, who would have thought that Howard the Duck would have been in the same universe as Tony Stark, Captain America, the Avengers? I gotta say, they definitely picked a good movie to reveal that because this movie's fucking ridiculous as hell, so I guess it's fitting. But I was expecting something pretty big. I was expecting something a little bit bigger than Howard the Duck. Everybody, a character who no one's gonna get this reference at all, but hey, we thought it was funny. I mean, what I was expecting for this after credit scene was the Avengers 2 trailer for 2 reasons. One, James Gunn, the director of this movie, had not screened the after credit scene during press screenings and early screenings of the movie, and he wanted to work on it and he wanted to be a big surprise. That's why I thought it was going to be Avengers 2 trailer. Also because this is the last movie that we're getting before Avengers 2. The last movie that we got before the first Avengers movie that, was Captain America, the first Avenger, which had at the end of its credits the first, the Avengers trailer for the Avengers movie. I thought we were going to get that. I was really hoping that we were going to get that, but we didn't get that. And this movie has so much more reason to have the Avengers 2 trailer because back when Captain America came out and they included the trailer to the Avengers in that movie, pretty much none of the big scenes for the movie were filmed or edited. Avengers 2 is wrapped and the movie's done being filmed. It's been done being filmed and it's close to being done and being edited. And yet, this gets an after credit scene with Howard the Duck and no Avengers 2 trailer. That pissed me off a little bit. It's more of just like a fun, oh, that's cute, I guess, and I wonder what they mean by that, having that character in this. Like, I don't suspect if they're going to have him actually get a solo movie, maybe have more cameos in future Marvel movies, but not like a solo movie. Dear God, after that first movie, not another fucking solo movie. And I will review that movie one day. Don't worry about it. I'm worried about it, but you don't worry about it. I really, it's really just a fun, cute little, oh, it's cute, but if you really were looking for something that sets up a future Marvel movie, you're not going to get it. I say if you want just like a cute little fun, extra little thing, it's fine, but if you're looking for, again, set up for the next movie like most of these Marvel after credit scenes have done, I guess. Like, if this was the second of two after credit scenes, where the first one was the important one, the second one was just a fun, cute little one, I'd love it. I'd say, you know, that's cool, I guess. But it wasn't. It was the only one that we got that really pissed me off a little bit. I really wish they had included at least something that sets up Guardians 2 or Avengers 2 or Ant-Man or just some shit like that. I really wish they had done something like that. But besides that, and besides the villain, overall my thoughts on this movie are so positive. You don't even know. 10 out of 10. Perfect representation of summer movies. It's, again, like I said, the one movie that really brought me back to being a kid. It really was like me. I flashed back like years ago watching the first Star Wars movies, watching any space opera, any just fun action movie. It was a very reflective movie in my opinion. It brought back a lot of great memories for me. It could be a contender for my favorite Marvel movie. It may be better than the Avengers, but again, I don't know that because every single Marvel movie, I guess since The Dark World, has just gotten better and better and better. Hopefully Avengers 2 didn't suck the big one. I don't think it will be, because there's actual competent people working on that, but you never know. You really never know. I really want it to be good. I have an Avengers 2 poster that I'm working on up there. Looks pretty cool so far. Wish you could see it, but I don't think so. Yeah, so that about does it for Guardians of the Galaxy. Great movie. Definitely check it out. I'd definitely rather see this than that piece of shit Ninja Turtle movie coming up, but it was great. You can definitely see it. Yeah. Can't wait for Avengers 2. I mean, shit. The stuff I've been hearing at Comic-Con about that movie has been, like, fucking ridiculous. I mean, cannot wait for that one. Yeah. But yeah, shit's going down. I mean, this just opened up an entire floodgate to the Marvel universe. Like, the Avengers Earthbound one has just been Earth-centered. This is now the galaxy, the entire Marvel universe. Can't wait to see more from them. There's Bet Your Ass I'm excited about Guardians 2. Chris Pratt is fucking awesome if you're watching this video. I doubt you are, but they're fucking cool. Everyone else in this movie is great too. Chris Pratt is fucking awesome. That's about all. That's about it. So yeah, I should have the first impression of Ninja Turtles later this week. Alright, whatever. That's all I have to say about that, so I'll see you guys soon, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that.